that note that you hear fills the whole of the space you hear. It doesn't occupy a bounded location. It fills the whole of your oral space. You don't say it is here, but not there. Let's add another note. That note, that second note, also fills the whole of the space you hear, but you hear it as different. That's one of the most remarkable things about hearing notes. They can be inside each other, yet you hear them as quite different. And with that, let's not forget another remarkable thing about, well, sounding strings. In this case, if I hold this string open by pressing down on this key but not sounding the note, so that string is now open, ready to vibrate, and I strike the key one octave below, I have set off that upper string. It makes no sense to say the lower string competes with the upper one, or has to have space, or overthrows the upper one. The lower string frees the upper one to be the string it was created to be. Those with ears to hear, let them hear. Could you all hum this note? That's lovely. Sing any note in that chord. And now stretch it out. Perhaps we've got some basso buffundos around here and some ultrasonic mezzo-sopranos. Just like, say la if you find it easier. Go. Do the same thing again. Now I want you to listen to each other. Listen to this sound. Let's try. Extraordinary sound. It is the sound of the body of Christ in your ears. Diverse voices, yet all in the same heard space, freeing each other. And we haven't even started using words yet. In the Apostle Paul's day, they had the simplest form of harmony, probably, just singing at the unison. But remember, they also had regional accents, distinctive pronunciations, slave, free, young, old, all together in the same heard space. They often couldn't see freedom with their eyes, but they could hear it with their ears, a sonic image of the diverse unity of the body of Christ. By giving us ears, God has given us an astonishingly apt way of pulling us together and holding us together, building the kind of community he wants. But lastly, let's take this one stage further. This is really finally. Finally is the word you should never use twice in a sermon. I'm always encouraged in Philippians, I think he uses it 3 times, but there we are, Paul. So I'm in good company. Back to the text I started with. Jesus prays that his disciples would be one as he and the Father are one. And you in me. In John's Gospel, the Father is in the Son is in the Father. Incredibly hard to visualize. This is the beginning, of course, of the doctrine of the Trinity. Very hard to visualize. Extraordinarily easy to hear. And now we'll sing a third note. Or rather, add a third note. This surely is a sounding image of the triunity of God. Far more effective than all those illustrations we drag out when the discussion turns towards the Trinity. Nearly always visual illustrations, tricycles, rabbit's ears, triple drain pipes. Here, not 3 persons, each with their own space, tritheism, and certainly not a merger into an orange Unitarian blob. Now we're reminded that the Trinity is not a problem to solve, but a reality to be enjoyed, a resonant communion of life into which we are caught up. And now we can see here in John 17 that this is the root of the oneness of the church. I pray that they may be one as we are one. Jesus goes to his death the next day to make that kind of unity possible between us so that the world may know. Not some bland orange church, but a resonant community of united difference, declaring to the rulers and authorities, Ephesians 3, declaring to the rulers and authorities in the heavenly places that a new kind of oneness has been made possible that we can find nowhere else. Which is why, despite the ravages of COVID, despite the crushing of Christians by oppressive regimes, despite the brutality of whip and chains, despite all the forces that threaten to tear us apart from each other, still, as the body of Christ, we sing. Still, we sing. Thank God, and thank you.